everybody, thank you for pressing play on today's video. My name is Charlene Luciano and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. You guys, how cute is this little triangle box? Super cute. Opens like this. You put your candies inside over here. It has a magnet underneath here and a magnet here, and it clips in place and holds shut. On this one here, I did the Merry Little Christmas Designer Series paper, but for the one I'm going to show you today, I used the Daisy Delight Designer Series paper. And I used this flower pattern. So I'm going to show you how I made today's project. All these measurements will be over on my website at www.stampwithshar.com. So if you missed anything, everything will be there, with all the instructions on how to do today's project. So for the card base today, I'm using the basic gray, and I have this cut at 9 3/4 by 7. I have 5 pieces of Designer Series paper. I have these 2 pieces that are for the flap, and this is cut at 2 3/4 by 1 1/2. I have 2 pieces, 2 3/4 by 2 1/4, and then I have this piece which is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I'm going to bring in my Stampin' trimmer, and with the long side, let me move that over. So with the short side at the top, you're going to score it with your lighter blade, and you're going to score it at 2 inches, and you're going to score it at 5 inches. You're going to flip the cardstock, and you're going to score it at 1 3/4. You're going to score it at 4 1/4. You're going to score it at 7 1/4. And again, all these measurements will be over on my website. Alright, so essentially you have a piece that looks like this. I don't know if you can see all the score marks, but in case you cannot, I did a diagram of what it's going to look like. So you have a big piece on the bottom and a shorter piece on the top. Okay, so you want your big piece on the bottom and your shorter piece on the top. You're going to come in with some paper snips, and you are going to cut those top 2 blocks or squares. You're going to cut them away. So you can see I'm cutting those 2 squares and those 2 squares, and now I'll cut these 2 squares in the corner. And you're just going to cut the squares away. So what you'll end up with is a piece that looks like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring in my envelope punch board, because the envelope punch board is actually a corner rounder, and we used to have a corner rounder punch, but they retired it. So you have the fatter square at the bottom and the shorter square at the top, and you want to round these 2 corners like so. And while I have it here, I'm going to do that same thing with these 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. You're going to round the corners as well, just on one side like so. What I'm going to do now, I have my paper piercer. Oh, wrong tool. All right, I found it. I'll find my ruler, so you got to improvise. So you're going to put your ruler up in here, and this is 3 inches, so you're going to score it. You're going to do a little score mark at 1.5, and the same on this side. You're going to find the 1.5, and you're going to make a little mark there. You're going to bring in your ruler, and you're going to go from this corner to that 1.5 inch mark, and you're going to go down like so. And essentially what you're doing is you're scoring. You're making a scored triangle within that flap. And you're going to do the same on this side. Okay. You're going to come in with your bone folder. I just had my bone folder. You're going to score all your score lines. Can't find my bone folder. I swear my son was in my room and now I can't find anything. Go figure. And you're going to score these flaps as well, so you can see how this is going to come together to make your box. Okay, you're going to flip your box over, and you're just going to start adding your designer series paper to all these flaps. Now, this flap on the inside is where you're going to stick your magnet. Whoops. You're just going to add all your paper. If you guys are new to my channel, please subscribe, you guys. If you click the bell, that will notify you every time I do a new video. So right now, before I stick this paper on, I am actually going to do a little magnet. And I have a piece of magnet. And I'm just going to cut it. Cut another strip for the top. And I'm going to add my little magnet in the middle. And add your designer series paper over the magnet so you can't see it. I'm now going to add glue on these little triangle pieces. And you're just going to line that up to that corner. And just hold it for a few seconds because this is Tombow and it does need a few seconds to dry. How cute, you guys. You see where we're going with this? See how it's going to make that triangle? Isn't that just so stinking cute? And then you stick all your candy. Love it. Alright, so now I got my other piece of magnet. And you... Oh, crap. Wrong way. Oh, crap. Right, so we know the magnet is here. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue. I'm going to pick up my magnet. Wow, obviously I've just glued all that glue there, but I know where the glue's got to go, right here. Let me just erase the glue. So I'll take the glue off. And then this is just going to go closed like so. So cute. Adorable, you guys. But before we do that, we got to stick on our last piece of paper. Yay. Cover that magnet. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by today, you guys. Take care.